ఒకసారి బిల్డింగ్ ఎంత బాగుంది.
ఐ థింక్ స్కూల్.
ఇది ఆగ్రాలోని తాజ్మహల్ పక్కన కాదు, హైదరాబాద్ ఇది. ఇది మైనారిటీ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్.
ఓకే.
ఈరోజు ఇక్కడ గాంధీ జయంతి వెనక పిల్లలు కనిపిస్తున్నారు కదా.
అవును.
దాంతోపాటు కొందరు కమిషనర్స్, కొందరు గవర్నమెంట్ అఫీషియల్స్ వీళ్ళంతా వస్తున్నారు.
ఓకే.
సో మహాత్మా గాంధీ జీవితం గురించి ఒక లెంతీ శాండ్ ఆర్ట్ ప్రజెంటేషన్ ఉంది ఈరోజు. అది సో అందరూ చూడండి. అంటే ఇట్స్ అన్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్.
అవును.
అంటే ఇంత లెంతీ స్టోరీ నేను ఎప్పుడు చేయలేదు.
అంటే గంట సేపు,
గంట ఉంటుంది ఈజీ
ఆల్మోస్ట్.
ఇట్స్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయ్యి ఆ అఫీషియల్ పీపుల్ రాసిన స్క్రిప్ట్, దానికి స్టోరీ బోర్డు, దాంట్లో డ్రాయింగ్స్.
అక్కడే ఉండు. ఇప్పుడు ఎవరు వస్తున్నారు ఇక్కడికి గెస్ట్ గా?
అందరూ గెస్ట్లే. నాకు ఎవ్వరు తెలియదు, నేను ఎప్పుడు అడగను. సో అది. సో సీ యూ, బై.
ఓకే. వీడియో తీస్తున్నాం.
జమీల్,
దగ్గర కూర్చోండి. చూడు కన్నయ్య.
Warm welcome to all of you. This is a beautiful campus. Here, we are here to tell you a story, a very interesting story of a great man who was one of us and who led everyone on the wonderful path of freedom. Life is a journey. Life is a journey. Though all our lives begin in the same way, our journeys are distinctly different.
Chandran, put a voice. Come and sit here in the front.
Sir, don't stop the music, stop.
Have come and gone in the history of India. But one great leader became a world famous figure. inspired famous people like Nelson Mandela, Bishop Desmond Tutu, Martin Luther King Jr., Truman Capote, Albert Einstein, John Lennon, Al Gore, and many, many more. And finally and lastly, Barack Obama also. That was Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Gandhiji was born on the 2nd of October 1869 in the coastal sea town of Porbandar. As a child, he must have played on the seashore and left his little footprints that are seen on the sands of time even today. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Who was he? A lawyer, negotiator, dreamer, like many of us, visionary, freedom fighter, and as we put it best, the father of the nation. As a child, he was a child at heart, and millions of children like you called him Bapu. As a child, he was scared of the darkness. Which is the same name he uttered when he died. Hey Rama, Hey Rama. went to the temple where the Pujari read simultaneously from the Bhagavad Gita and the Quran and explained both in his pravachan that led to this habit of having interreligious prayers from the Bhagavad Gita and the Quran and the Bible every evening throughout his life, both in his public meetings and when he was in prison too. He saw a play based on the Pauranic story of Raja Harishchandra, who gave up his entire kingdom and even his life for the truth. This gave Gandhi a powerful concept of Satyagraha. He used this concept also to defeat the military might of the British with his freedom fighters who were called Satyagrahis. He was not a brilliant student, but he was extremely hardworking. Thanks to the values instilled in him by his parents, Karamchand Gandhi, his father, and Putri Bai, his mother, who molded and shaped his nature very, very carefully. One day when he was in school, the education inspector, Mr. Giles, a Britisher, asked the students to write down 5 words. Many of you would know about this little story. Gandhiji did not know the spelling of one word. Anyone who can tell me that? What was the word? Very good. He could not spell the word head. And even though his teacher prompted him and told him to get the word spelling from the child next to him, Gandhiji refused to do it. His love for the truth prompted him to become so strong that he called his autobiography. Anyone can remember the title? I in India, the place was called Sabarmati Ashram in India. Soon Gandhi completed his education in India, and their family friends suggested that he should study law in England. Now for that he needed money, and it was Kasturba who gave him jewelry to finance his journey. His mother made him take an oath that he would not drink, eat non-vegetarian food. He would treat all women as his sister or mother, and Gandhiji took this oath and lived. One of the laws, you'll be surprised, stated that Indian marriages were illegal. Another law stated that Indians did not have the right to walk on the footpaths. They had to walk and they would be hit by the carriages. Indians could not travel by first or even the second class. He started his first movement towards freedom and equality by organizing various activities like burning of the passes that every Indian had to carry with them all the time. He was beaten, arrested and thrown into jail, but he kept on protesting, organizing rallies and protest marches and voluntary arrests, and it was all done. When he was in jail, on one historic occasion, he made with his own two hands and presented General Smuts, who was a statesman and leader in Africa. Gandhiji made a pair of slippers, but he had made himself in prison. With this gesture, he proved that one can hate the sin but love the sinner. These were principles that he lived by. Deeply influenced by the philosophy of John Ruskin's book Until His Last and Tolstoy's theories of the commune, Gandhiji founded two ashrams in South Africa, Phoenix Farm and Tolstoy Farm. It was an exciting adventure because Gandhi taught the inmates the importance of self-sufficiency. You'll be surprised to know he built his own house on the farm. He did farming duties to grow food, learned to wash his own clothes, cut his own hair, taught himself to print and publish his articles in the printing press. The barrister at law was now a full-fledged activist and journalist who had proved that his pen is really mightier than the sword. Gandhiji was now ready for India. India was now ready for a single spark to ignite one of the greatest freedom movements in the history of human civilization. This was a freedom struggle which no one had witnessed anywhere else in the world. When he came back and stood again on the sands of the seashore in Mumbai, he was what we call an NRI, who did not know his own country, and taking the cue from his guru, he traveled the length and breadth of this vast enigma called India and realized that the real India was to be found in the villages of India. Indeed, it was a villager called Rajkumar Shukla who took him to Champaran, Bihar, to witness the plight of the sharecroppers at the hands of the British and the zamindars. Champaran in Bihar was the heart of the indigo trade of the British. Indigo was known as blue gold. You've heard of black gold, you've heard of gold, but what was blue gold? That was indigo because out from the flowers of the plant. If you even touched the flowers, your fingers would become blue. It was the Champaran Satyagraha. That was the spark that lit the torch of the freedom of India. That single flame soon became a forest fire that engulfed the entire country. Now Gandhiji realized that neither the moderates with their home rule pleas nor the extremists with their handmade bombs could really work against the British. The goal was always clear in Gandhiji's mind. The ultimate goal was Purna Swaraj, which meant complete and total freedom. And he decided to use ahimsa and satyagraha. He knew that it was a gamble, but even if he failed, the struggle would go on. Every day, and every moment, and everything in the freedom struggle that ensued was important and of great significance. But there are a few moments that one must pause to highlight. The freedom fabric khadi was Gandhiji's tool to unite this diverse country with hundreds of languages and dialects, religions and cultures and customs. It also proved to be an economic blow to the British mill manufactured cloth that was being forcibly sold in India. Be an Indian, wear khadi was the beginning of the Swadeshi movement. British goods and cloth were burned at every crossroad, at every public meeting, in front of the police stations. The entire nation was burning with the desire for freedom. But Gandhiji said, first say your prayers, weave your own khadi on the charkha, and learn ahimsa and practice satyagraha. Only then are you ready for freedom. The first significant blow to the British Empire was the non-cooperation movement initiated by Gandhiji. Indians across the country literate and illiterate, city gentleman or the village bumpkin, educated or uneducated. Every Indian asked for Swaraj. Born Swaraj. The civil disobedience movement refused to cooperate with the British law and economic power structures. Since the British were not Indian, therefore they had no right to rule India, said the freedom fighters. The second highlight of the freedom movement was the salt satyagraha. As Gandhiji walked on the sands of the seashore at Porbandar, he realized salt was a natural gift of the sea to India. India and the British levied a salt tax on every Indian who wanted to use even a grain of salt. The Dandi march started from Sabarmati Ashram and culminated on the shores of the sea at Dandi, where Gandhiji picked up the handful of salt. 387 kilometers he walked from Sabarmati to Dandi. There were 78 ashramites from Sabarmati, but as they walked, more and more people joined him along the way. The world press walked with him. World leaders came to understand what was going on. India went mad making salt and selling salt, and for just giving salt to each other. The salt factories were all besieged, and all the chains were overflowing with salt investors. Never before in the history of the world did such a simple household cooking ingredient like salt become a symbol of freedom. That is the importance of the Indian freedom struggle. These were the things that a simple man taught the whole nation and used them in order to bring freedom to our country. Quit India movement by Gandhiji gave the Indians a simple mantra: Haro ya maro, do or die. Yes, exactly that. That is what they kept shouting. You will not, I don't know if you know about it, but in every Indian language, it's just two words. Just two simple words. Do or die. Karo ya maro. It involved exhibiting the Indian tricolor from every home. Kanth'Risa was the aim in those days. Freedom fighters tried to hoist the Indian flag on government offices, British police stations. A complete boycott of foreign goods was required. No taxes were paid to the British. Can you imagine? Farmers retained their grain. No business transactions could be conducted. All workers left the British jobs. All the titles were given up. All medals returned to the British.
మేడం రాదు
In one of the several celebrated court cases, Gandhiji was arrested and, please listen carefully, produced before a British judge who stood up to honor Gandhiji. Never
Yes, sir.
When my elder son got married, one police station was there. That time in Kanth'Risa there was a police station.
This is our 6th or 7th meeting, but I haven't met him.
It's the fourth time we are doing the sand shows in different schools.
He did it. About them he had done. About my daughter. Year 2012. Kanth'Risa Vagara.
Yes, sir. Yes.
First of all, sincerely thank the organization it was like watching a documentary movie, and it was fantastic. Each and every frame has its own message. The Indian history, Indian freedom struggle. In this 45 minutes, he has described to the heart. It's a really wonderful experience. Congratulations. I hope that we'll approach you to train our students for giving this standard. When the economy of about standard, I thought that we did some
Bigger occasion. That's called integration.
and congratulations to all my students. You are very passionate and dedicated. And the dignitaries also, many times have appreciated because you have patiently seen each and every frame and you have a good knowledge about our Mahatma. I think I must say celebration, remembrance of Babuji and our father of nation should not be restricted only one day. It should be
Never on TV. I'm not a TV guy. Light
Close? Be close?
light
Lighting is okay. Phones are so much.
Okay, Shrukiya. Okay, Shrukiya, all of you. The LED broke.
మీరు కొంచెం ఇటు వెనక్కి రండి ప్లీజ్ కొంచెం ఇక్కడ
Okay, Shrukiya, all of you. Bilal, LED off करो.
మైథిలి మనం మధ్యలో ఆగి డిన్నర్ చేయొచ్చా ఎక్కడన్నా? ఎక్కడ వాళ్ళు అక్కడ వెళ్ళిపోడేనా? ఫోటోనా?
ఇట్లా పట్టుకొని ఉండండి, అది వస్తుంది వీడియో.
ఇంటి ఫోటో లేదు.